Hello besties and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about Nick Jonas and Piryanka Chopra's recent surrogacy announcement. I've been seeing so many negative comments regarding their use of a surrogate, so I thought I should review them and speak on some of the inaccuracies. A quick backstory: the twosome first got acquainted in September 2016 after Nick slid into Piryanka's Twitter DMs. They continued to text from there and later connected in person at the 2017 Vanity Fair Oscars after party, where Nick got down on one knee, and they apparently dated for 3 years before that. Nick Jonas and Piryanka Chopra, who tied the knot in India in late 2018, welcomed a baby girl via surrogate last weekend. Piryanka a few days ago wrote on Instagram, "We are overjoyed to confirm that we have welcomed a baby via surrogate. We respectfully ask for privacy during this special time as we focus on our family." A lot of people had a lot to say about the announcement, including why a surrogate was used. Firstly, let's discuss what a surrogate is. A surrogacy is an arrangement often supported by legal agreement in which a woman agrees to have a child for another person or people. She then hands over the baby to the parents after giving birth. People normally seek this arrangement if they can't handle a healthy pregnancy or have a heightened risk of complications for a normal pregnancy. Usually when a surrogate is used, the surrogate is compensated, usually with money. Surrogacy is widely controversial, with some countries banning it altogether. Around 29 countries have banned such practices. And since an embryo is transferred to the woman who has to endure the pregnancy, many parents prefer this method of conceiving over adoption. Well, a lot of people had a lot to say. A lot of people had problems with Priyanka using this method, as they said she's 39 and people were assuming she simply didn't want the stretch marks or the aftermath of pregnancy, and that they had family who had conceived at that age, so why not her? But honestly, if we look at her age, she's at the age of higher complications. The risk of complications and stillbirths are greater in women who are older than 35. Priyanka is 39, as well as the fact that multiple pregnancies are more common in older women than younger women. As the ovaries age, they are more likely to release more than one egg each month. As well, if older women are undergoing fertility treatment, it increases their chances of that. As well, if we look at her age, after the age of 40, around 1 in 10 women will get pregnant per menstrual cycle, while for her younger counterparts in their 20s and early 30s, around 1 in 4 women will get pregnant. Another complaint I've been seeing from people is that they say that Priyanka has no health problems, and so surrogacy is a weird decision. Well, Priyanka has been open about her asthma diagnosis for a while now. She said that she's been battling asthma since the age of 5. Although asthma only affects like 4 to 8% of women out of 100% of pregnant women, with her age, her chances of developing preeclampsia increases. Another thing people mention is that usually surrogates are women from developing countries who are using their bodies as a means of earning money for their families, and that since surrogacy typically pays around 40 to 50K, so it's seen as a means of exploitation. People see it as morally wrong, and as well as people feel wrong that a woman bears a child, then has to hand it over to a family after growing attachment to the child. Well, let's talk about the requirements for becoming a surrogate. In most cases, you cannot become a surrogate without a previous pregnancy. They're required to show proof that they can carry a pregnancy safely and successfully to term and give birth to a healthy child. Any good surrogacy professional will disqualify a woman who has not carried a child herself before. The main reasons why someone who has never had their own kids cannot be a surrogate is to protect their physical and emotional safety. If someone has never had any pregnancies, they aren't aware how the pregnancy will be like for them, and they might not be emotionally ready for the emotional complications of pregnancy. It's not easy to predict how giving birth will make them feel and how going home with without a baby afterwards will make them feel. So to protect women, these requirements are set. So obviously, Piryanka Chopra and Nick Jonas are not going to pick a surrogate who has never had any pregnancy, who doesn't know the risks that come with it, who don't know that they have to give the baby up afterwards. These are done to protect the woman emotionally after pregnancy. It's very difficult for women to bounce back. There are a lot of complications that come with it. So that's why some of the complaints kind of baffle me. I hope I was able to clear some misconceptions. And of course, everyone is free to their own opinions on surrogacy. I know it's a very complicated issue. So let me know your opinions, and I will see you next time. Bye.